There's a land just off the Atlantic, land of jungles, waterfalls, and sweet scenery, where poor people farm the lands and hunt the waters, and all live in peace and harmony. This is Guyana, beautiful Guyana. This is Guyana, beautiful Guyana. Diamond seekers go in the interior, pulling their creoles under the falls, singing sweet calypso as they heave on their way to dig up the diamond and the gold. Great kite-jaw tumbling to the river. How I love to see your foaming tide. I listen to the chirps of that cheerful kiskadee as they throw the yellow breast to the sky.
The afternoon is getting late. The time is 17 hours 40, and you could see the clouds are all over the sky. Here in South America, in the tropics, it's not always a sunny time. In the rainy season, we get plenty of clouds, and there are some local people who could tell us all about that.
Okay,
So
here I am.
please take a moment, introduce yourselves or your partner,
Okay.
and yes.
Okay, this is my friend Lisa Benjamin.
Yes, I'm her friend.
And where are you from?
I'm from Yakarta Village and she's from Yakarta Village too.
Okay. And Lisa, who's your partner?
Well, Shelly's my best friend and she's from Quartaman village.
All right. That's all right.
Okay.
And Shelly, could you introduce somebody?
Fazia. Vamos. I don't know what to say.
This is my friend. Her name is Fazia. She's from Toka Village and she's in my class. We attend Annai Secondary School.
And
We
you?
all from
I'm 14 years old.
Oh.
I'm 14 years old too.
Well, I am 13 years of age.
I am in Farm 2 Cuba.
Right now I'm in Farm 4. What?
Hmm? Okay. And now, Miss Tamar Jonas, what village are you from?
I'm from Toka Village.
And your age?
I'm 13 years.
And you could say anything about your villages or your families?
My family consists of 5 members.
My family consists of 6 members, and I'm the third one.
So you're taking it out?
Yes.
So you're just wasting it.
There is a nice place. You can see the mountains and the bushes.
All right. Show us some names of the mountains around here.
Kanako Mountain.
These are the Kanaku Mountains.
Negative.
This is the Pacorama Mountain.
Ah,
This is Quartaman Mountain. The Rupununi Mountain. The Aranaputa Mountain.
Yakranta Mountain.
Yakranta Mountain is right over there.
Toka Mountain.
And Shelly, what mountain you were going to point at?
The
Makrapan.
The
Makrapan.
Mountain.
Right out there
That
is
is Waweta Mountain.
Makrapan.
Waweta Mountain.
And the
Waweta
pointed
Mountain.
one is Surama's Mountain.
Surama
Okay.
Mountain. Surama.
All right.
And this is our football ground.
This is our football pitch.
Our
ground.
Where
Okay.
we come and play.
Activity ground.
And what is just over so?
Which
There is
there
a
is
corral.
Corral for the Bina Hill Institute.
Okay. And what animals are in the corral?
cows,
Cows.
cows, horses, and
That's all.
That is all.
Chichi bird.
Those are the birds. Parrot.
parrots.
Oh, yes. We see the parrots flying after their day of eating in the forest. They're flying south. Where are they flying to?
Flying
Southeast. No.
But where are they going right now?
Sand Creek.
They're going to a mountain near to Apatari.
Yes.
No,
they're going to sleep.
Where do they sleep though?
By the mountain near Apatari, so I don't know if you...
And the trees. And the trees.
At the what?
The foliage. of
At
the
Sand Creek or just the river?
Yes.
Down by the Rupununi River.
That
South
is
of
our
us.
school. You
There
can
is the
see
Annai Secondary School.
the teachers'
Teachers' quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big tank.
Yes.
There's the big tank.
And over the tank, it have the kitchen.
Yes. There is a kitchen just over that way. And what is that panel on top of the kitchen?
Which
That is
the solar panel to charge the lamps. The solar lamps.
All right.
Yes.
And who uses the solar lamps and what do they use them for?
The students
of
of
Annai
Annai
Secondary
Secondary use the lamps for studying.
All right.
There is a little like
If you see me wine and waving in the band, if you see me tapping bottle beat in my hand, if you see me holding on to sexy woman, don't vex with me, boss. Please try and understand that it is not me. Oh no, blame it on the music. Oh, singing it's not me. Oh no, blame it on the music. Blame it on the band, or on the bass man, or on the steel pan. Blame it on the iron, or festival day, or the bands that play. You hear what I say? Blame it on the DJ, 'cause it's on me.
So here I am, Yakaranta Landing. You could come around and see with me some places that I've been and how to stay right now in the wet season. You could see whole savannah is flooded. We just came from the mountain right over there, around that corner, and single track bicycle all around the mountain foot until we did come right out here, park our bicycles right here, and I did travel with Mr. Ryan Benjamin. Say hello, Ryan.
Hi.
And if you hike up the mountainside, you could come and see how the grass and rocks are, but you could also get a nice view of the whole place. I did just come up from right here. You could see our bicycles down there. Bicycles right there. And this is the whole place in wet season. Flooded straight back to the mountain foot where is the highway. And all of this space is the flooded savanna till the river quite a ways away. There's some burn patches of grass. You know, you could see some dark patches, sort of like right here, and some right down here. And those are a good sign that people did use this as a signal spot to signal boat. So you'd light fire and hope that people at the village far over so would see that you're here and you need a pickup. Right now there's plenty kaburas around, and so we have kaburas biting and mosquitoes, and the last biting insect around here is sandflies, but there's not so many of those right here. The kaburas leave a little red mark, a little tiny red bite mark when they bite you, and so You feel it. Ryan is up the mountainside to give a holler to the people. Cashew tree. All sorts of trees around. It's a little bit sun, a little bit shade right here in the depths of the ways. And which way would we go? Straight through? Then we will walk along this trail straight to the farm. So come. You could stop it. Let's start? Yep. So we are here at the farm. You could see we have some cayambe tree that I don't think should come. I should pull it out?
Yes.
Yes, because we do not want sandpaper. We do not want the pot scrub growing in the farm. But we do want cassava. And so you could see cassava does grow out of a vegetative stick. You just stick the stick in the ground. There's 3 or 4 right here. And some of them will grow.
This one not growing.
Yep, that one's not growing, so you can take it out.
Dry up.
Yep, they'll grow. And some of them have 5, some of them have 3 leaves, some of them have just, or 7, some have 9, there's all sorts. It's one way. You could tell that this cassava is a dicot. It is not a monocot. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, you should know these things. You know on agri. Alright. And you could just see all the little mounds. You must make the bed correct. And this is all the young cassava. How long was it planted just now? How long of this? Like 1 month for this, or 3, or 1 year? These sticks have been here for a year? I doubt.
No.
Yes. And you could see some of the bush around the edges of the farm. How do you prepare the farm?
You cut it.
Chop it and burn it?
Yes.
Yes, so you could see all the chop and burn things around. Yes, yes, yes.
Picking up them. She like pick up.
Yeah. So, this is how cassava farm does start. And then when you come back to harvest, you'd have to pull up the roots. Yes? Somebody tell us about how you harvest cassava. Anybody, come.
So you chop the sticks when it's big. You chop it and you.
Well, you don't take the stick home, what do you do?
So you put it.
Sir, we
You
weed
dig up the whole
around the
thing?
thing, sir. First, you weed around the bank.
Okay, you weed around the bank,
Yes.
and then you dig up with stick.
Yeah.
No,
Take
sir,
the
we
dirt
cut
away?
them with cutlass.
So the stick you go cut it, sir, and put it down. And when you finish pulling out the cassava, you gonna stick it again, sir.
Yeah, you stick the sticks again, but how do you get the roots out?
You pull it, sir.
Okay, you just pull that last bit.
Yes,
You
sir.
pull the roots out of the ground.
Yes.
Okay. And take the roots home and scrape them. And do all that. Yep. And you could reuse the sticks.
Yeah.
Do you reuse the same farm plot?
Yes, sir.
Yep. 1 or 2 times, or for 10, 20 years, or what?
Depends on how much time you are using.
Okay. And what other things you grow on your farm? Well, do we see any other things here?
No.
Nope, this is your cassava. But you could grow all those fruits that we talked about. Yep. And this is sort of a savanna farm. Where do most people keep their farm?
This is
Mountain foot or back dam or
back down,
by the river?
mountain foot.
More in the bush?
Down the river.
Yep, down the Rupununi River and things. So, one more place to see it all. All right. All right. We are here today in Yakarenta, and this is a wonderful village. I did cross the Rupununi River this morning and came across to be here in Yakarenta. It's a town or a village about 600 people, and it is near the Rupununi River, just south of the Rupununi River. And there's Pakaraima Mountains just away across the way. You could see them there. And right now is wet season, so the savannas are flooded. You could see all the flooding. And it's just a day here in the village, and we want to talk about one day here in the life of Yakarenta. Here is Olivia, and she is powering our cassava grater. There's a bicycle that you put up and you run the band around the wheel. The band does power the grater. And we have cassava that you put the cassava into the grater and grate it into a powder. And when you push it in, let's get small. And it gets down into the bottom here. And you can see how it gets turned into that. And that's how the whole system does work. After this step, it must be matapied. After it is grated, it is matapied. Stop and let us look at how does the grater look when it is still. Okay, you can see it's just a row of sharp teeth. It's sharp teeth on a wheel. And does get spun by bicycle, or the other way to grate it is just do it by hand. Alright. Okay. So here we have what?
Cassava.
That is cassava. Alright. And how you scrape it? Okay, you scrape it with just a sharp knife or a dull knife or what?
A sharp knife.
A sharp knife? And now after you scrape the skin off, what you do now?
I wash the cassava, then I put it for grate and I start grating.
Show us how you did grate. How you just grate cassava. Just so. Yep. And is it an easy process?
Yes.
But it's a little bit dangerous?
Yeah.
Show us how it's dangerous.
Just cut up your hand with a gas. Blast it up.
Yes. What you get cassava. After you have grated cassava like that, where does it go?
Matapia.
Okay. So show us what is matapi. We could walk with this. Alright.
This is the matapia.
Okay. Yes. And you just...
When you matapia, it's the kind.
Yep. So after you sit on matapi and squeeze all the liquids out, it does come out and it does look like this.
I turn cassava meal right here.
Alright. We see cassava meal.
After that, you have to bake it.
Mm-hmm.
With cassava bread
Or curry.
Yeah. After you bake it, it could turn out look like this. This is some burnt cassava bread.
Yes.
And you burn the cassava bread so it would turn into a good curry. Rakri would be a good drink. You could make sweet curry or curry juice or strong curry or any of it. Alright, so this is what Shamila did for one day in Yakaranta. Let's walk around and find out what some other people did in their one day today in Yakaranta.
If you see me wine and waving in the band, if you see me tapping bottle beating iron, if you see me holding on to sexy woman, don't vex with me, boss. Please try and understand that it is not me. Oh no.
We are here at the home of Olivia Joseph to see some kaipiabu, thin cassava bread. You bake it and then leave it out to dry. You could just put it on the rooftop, let the sun dry it so it's a dry cassava bread. And when you want to eat it, you could eat it dry, or you could put a little tiny bit of water and let it soak up and let it wet. You could toast it when it's wet. You could do all sorts of things to make a good snack out of it. And it's just one of the things you could make with cassava. We saw yesterday how you did matapi cassava. And after you matapi, you could make it into farine, or you could make it into this. You could use the starch water. You could make tapioca. You could make many things from cassava. And here is one of them, and it's a yummy snack. Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yes? And you like it? Yes? Alright. Okay. Alright, so what is this called?
Warishi.
Warishi, and makushi is urutu. Ina?
Yes.
Ina. So you fetch any sort of load from your farm like this if you don't have bicycle. You can put anything, load it up, sling over your head, or have shoulder straps, or any sort. You put plenty load in here. and just bring it however you want. And you plait this. What you make this from?
I don't know.
Nibi. Nibi. Okay. Yes. From Nibi. Good. Have it.
You can carry at least about 150 pounds or 200.
Okay, 150 or 200 pounds even. If you're strong enough to carry it, it would hold it. But I could not carry 150, 200 pounds. The 150 pounds would carry me. I would be like, let's carry me. Help. Dead. Oh, it'd be a shame. But yes, this is how it does work. Yes. You put all sorts of loads in it. See? All right. And so the time right now is near 12:40. So it's a little bit the hot time of the day. And it's a little bit, it's a perfect time to talk about how it was, how it is to just be here in the tropics. For everybody in North America, you don't know how it is to stay around here. So it's the kind of place where I have lots of biting insects. I had 102 kabura bites that I did count. Little red dots. Here, let me show. Like a little red dot. You could see little red dots all through here. And little red dots all over my foot. You could see. The little kabura bites. They don't itch right, well, it itches right when they bite you. But after that, doesn't itch. That's one of the things about living here. And it's also just the feel. Right now it's probably 80 or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty cool. We have a little bit of breeze. But as soon as you step in the sun, you start to sweat all over your skin. You just feel wet and moist. Can't really show that on video. But it's the sort of thing where you just sweat. You must bathe 2 or 3 times a day just so you don't feel sticky and sweaty. Y'all think that's true?
Yes, sir.
Yes, must bathe 2 times a day?
Yes, sir.
And it's gross if you don't? Yes, must bathe 2 or 3 times. Yes. Y'all get plenty kabura bites?
Yes.
And sandfly?
Yes.
And mosquito?
Plenty.
How many people ever had malaria?
Sir, I never had
That is a good thing. Keep it that way.
You ever had malaria, sir?
Negative. I have never had malaria. And I hope that I never do. Okay. I did have something different though. I can't believe I'm telling you this. But I did get filaria last time I was here.
So what is malaria?
Elephant foot. Yep.
What? Elephant foot?
Yep. It is in my blood. So if I stay around here and I don't, well, if I keep getting it more and more and more, I'll get older and get elephant foot. They tested my blood when I left Guyana last time and they tested, yes, I had it. But it would only cause problems if you stay around and get it back again and again and again, and if you do not get treatment. But they found it before it caused problems for me. But even white people.
So what is cancer, sir?
It is a parasitic worm that lives in your lymph system. Okay.
How you could get them, sir?
It's the same as malaria. It's a mosquito bite. Mosquito does give it to you. Yep. In the distance we could hear the grating. Somebody is doing the bicycle grater just as we saw. We could hear that. But this is a little bit about what it is like. Right now we're in the shade of a big giant mango tree. You could show how big is the tree. It's a giant mango tree, probably the biggest mango tree I ever saw. Many times you have mango trees growing in a grove. So it'd be a whole set of mango trees. Right now there's not any mangoes ripe. But in, 1 more month maybe, you start to get mangoes. Like August, September month.
December month.
It wouldn't be till December? Okay. Because I know you get like November, December month, you start to get small set of mangoes. And what else you get around then?
Cashew.
Whitey and
Cashew.
cashew and
Jamun.
jamun. And so many yummy things.
Yup.
But then from February till Easter time, it's almost no fruits. Maybe get some oranges. Yeah. You could get some oranges. Maybe. Alright. Anything else to say?
So Steve ever had any marines?
Negative. And that is how life is here in Yakaranta. We are getting ready to travel out, and so here's a new boat. We have some of the sticks spanning it to help spread it. It's freshly born inside, so some of the water is a little dirty. You could see ashes all around. There's a little hole up front that will get patched soon. But it's a fresh boat, just born last week. And so we'll travel out on one of its first voyages right now, all the way across these waters to the mountain foot, just over there. And one wonderful thing about rain in the tropics, when it rains, the temperature does not change. So even though it is raining upon the water right now, and the wind is even blowing just a little bit, I am not cold, because you could just get wet down here, doesn't matter. It's very different than by me. And something that I enjoy. So, watch as I get a little bit wet right now. Love the rainy season. You could see it's kind of a dark day. There's some blue sky out amid the clouds, and we are here at the Bounty Farm pool, just celebrating the CARICOM holiday, 4th of July. It's the first Monday in July, and so we got a lineup of cars, and we also have the pool, but it's a different sort of pool than most anybody's seen by us, because this is a black water creek, and so we have a black water pool, and so it's not a clear blue water. It's a black water pool, and so it does look dark, but if you get in, you could see the pool water is just dark, and it just get more red and red until it disappears, like bathing in tea. I want to show everybody a local deer that everybody does help to care for. The mother did get killed or something, and so they have the baby deer here. So we have a little deer. Alec, come show us the deer. You know anything about it?
Yeah.
What you know?
And her name?
What's her name?
Savannah.
Savannah.
Is that Sav?
Look to the camera now. Look to the camera. Right.
Yeah.
You get a shot?
Yeah. It's nice. How big will it get?
This is not, we don't have very massive deer here. But
so big.
Yeah.
this here, this is a red deer. A Savannah red deer, right?
No, it used to be it used to have spot for the
Because babies does have these spots, yes. Bambi does have the little spots to the side. This is Savannah red deer, but this is a female. Otherwise, she will be a little big and then sprout arms.
Yeah.
Look, Skyvan! Skyvan.
Where's the star?